It didn't take much more than a bottle and 2 chairs to make a speakeasy. This is what Daniel Okrent said in his book, Last Call, The Rise and Fall of Prohibition. Today, join us for some stories. Get your own bottle, glass, or mug, and relax. This is Speak Easily, and I'm your host, Krista Stauffer.
You know,
And there's my kitty. Yes.
I mean, it's perfect, you know. Well, not when you
Perfect. Right? It's funny. It's funny. It's a cat joke.
cat joke.
I think
Can you have dad jokes and cat jokes?
you can. And I'm going to let you in on a little secret here. We don't actually have any kids tonight. So,
What?
I know. We just turn them loose. They're in the neighborhood. Feral. You know.
We are recording, so.
I mean, they're safe and sound upstairs. No problem. So, yeah. How are you?
I'm good. It's
Yeah.
oddly, there's a new normal.
Yep.
Like it or not.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I feel like we know what to expect at this point, and
Yeah.
it's not wonderful, but there's enough other stuff.
Yeah.
I am, to be honest, I'm a little nervous about summer with the kids. Like, there's nothing, as hard as school has been, at least there's something, there's a part of the school day that's for that, you know?
Yeah.
And
Yeah. There's a rhythm to it. Yeah. And then going rhythmless does sound a little terrifying, to be honest with you. Yeah.
Yeah. But in the same sense, it's like, but yes, things are opening. We're still going to stay home. I mean, we're going out a little bit. We're, doing things the way that we're supposed to, but I don't know.
Yeah.
It's weird.
No, I had a shoot this morning actually with buyers. And I mean, it went great and everything, but I mean, everybody's there in masks and like they've taken extraordinary measures. They put up like glass between all of the salespeople and all of the customers, and they're all wearing masks and they're all doing the thing. And, there's the science part of my brain is like, we need to keep doing the social distancing thing for everybody's own safety. And I think that's the smartest approach for sure. At the same time, like, we can't all just literally not ever do anything.
Oh, no, your cat Shadow moved.
Yeah, he jumped down. So he's bored with me. So he's moving on to Jess now. So Jess is right up here. Can you hear a lot of background noise? She's watching Stargate at the moment. So, which I think is very apropos for what we're doing. So
it's fine.
So
a little bit, but not much. Not too much.
Okay.
So this is, I've been very excited for this podcast because we kind of talked about it a little bit.
Yeah, we've been cooking this one for a little while. I like this idea.
And so we're not going to spoil it. I mean, I think we should
just dive in. Yeah.
Let it happen as it happens. But to lay out the spoiler, we have several special guests on tonight. And so if you see me looking down frequently, I'm also kind of trying to play logistics with this too, just to make sure everybody's on the same page. But I do want to share that if people have been watching the podcast lately, they've seen plants in the background. If you're paying close attention, you might have noticed they're changing a little bit.
I have noticed that, yes.
Yeah, Doug's
the one on the left side of the screen is now further back, and the one on the right is
it's even changed more so. So this was the one that was over here.
Okay.
Workers have been making fun of him, so he's adding each week to the stock.
Oh.
So these are the latest editions.
Oh my. Wow.
So
you know what? Mother's Day is coming up soon, and I think we should get you even more flowers, and pretty soon just like sort of surround you with like sort of a greenhouse effect,
That doesn't sound positive at all.
Effect? a lot of hot gases, so.
Feel even better. But yeah.
How have you been doing? Have you been coping okay with everything?
Yeah. Here and there. Again, I'm very, 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 very lucky in that my husband's job has not changed, won't change. And I still have a job. My company is well protected and very, very much taking care of us. So I have some work to do. I joined the wine business again, which could not have happened at a better time.
Yeah, I bet.
Well, people are needing wine left and right now. So.
Oh, alcohol sales are up, are they? Yeah.
Yeah, I actually poured mine early, ready to go.
Oh my! Wow.
How are you coping?
Doing okay. We were keeping ourselves busy with a lot of projects. Jess and I have both been tackling the swing set project. We got Jack a swing set for his birthday. We did that early, and we got a really good deal on the swing set, and we were able to get a pretty sizable one, and it was 7 boxes of stuff that came, and it's it's huge. So, and thousands of pieces. So it's like a combination of Lego and construction. It's great. So yeah.
Do you really mean that it's great, or are you being facetious?
It has moments where it's a lot of fun, and it has moments where it's actually kind of a pain in the butt. But it's very fine and fiddly detail and stuff, which that excites my brain. So
but it's not like IKEA, right, where it's tons of.
Oh, it makes IKEA look super easy, to be honest with you. So it's detailed. Here, I'm going to see if I'll move the camera, see if I can actually show you what I'm building here.
We're going on a tour of Ben's home to the backyard.
Does that show up at all? Nope, sure doesn't. Yeah, you can kind of see it out there. The exposure's all wonky. Yeah, there's a tarp out there covering our work table, but
okay.
Yeah. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a good undertaking, I think.
I think so.
Well, guess what, Ben? Our first guest is here, so I'm going to let her in.
Okay.
And joining us, this is great. Hi, Anne.
I don't see Anne yet.
She's not in here yet, I don't think.
Okay.
Hello, Anne. Welcome, Anne. I'll take a sip of wine while we're waiting on you.
The miracle of Zoom has, you know what? If I could go back in time 9 weeks, I think I would have bought stock in Zoom and probably made a killing on it.
Absolutely.
So,
oh yeah.
Zoom and Nintendo, to be honest with you.
And I think that children of the future need to invest in their college experience in optometry, because everybody's eyes are going to be so much worse after this is over. From like tiny little screens.
Well, as I mentioned, I was shooting with buyers today, and everybody's wearing masks in the video and everything like that. And it occurred to me, I was like, you know how I always have to like, okay, could you clap for me so I can sync up my audio and video? Yeah. Now I'm like, doesn't really matter, does it? Because no, we can make George say whatever we want just by doing this, So yeah.
Somebody posted a picture today of a man with a mannequin. Is that the word? No, a ventriloquist dummy.
Oh.
And he had a mask.
Those are two wholly different things.
Yeah, I know. Sorry. But he had the ventriloquist dummy on his lap, and he had a mask on. He said, "I think I'm finally going to be good at this." I liked that one.
Yeah. I can't imagine the ventriloquist trade is a lucrative one. I don't know.
Hi, Anne.
Hi, Anne.
Hi. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to butt in.
No, you're good.
Not at all.
I'm trying to get this situated. Hang on. Okay.
Hi.
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 How are you?
Who's that?
It's Ben. Do you remember?
Hi,
Ben?
it's me. Yeah.
Hi.
Hi. Good to see you again.
Hi.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
Well, we're excited to have you on. Thanks for jumping in, and we just decided we've been kind of cooking this for a couple weeks to ask our former guests, like, how you doing?
The old COVID check-in. Yeah.
How are you?
I know the cough always pops in for every conversation. I got really sick over in February.
Oh wow.
And dry cough, blah blah blah. I don't know if I had a temperature or not, but
yeah,
I still have a residual cough from it. And and I actually took a couple of days off from work because it was bothering me so much. But I'm so grateful that I'm over all of that during this.
Right. Right.
And I'll be very curious to get the antibody test and that kind of a thing to see if that's what I had. I don't think so, because I never felt, I don't know, who knows? It's a weird disease, so.
Yeah.
Right.
Odd. But you're still working every day, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've cut back. I mean, some weeks I still do 8 live hours because I do 2 live hours on Friday.
Okay.
Because I do a live hour on every Friday now, kind of a Q&A with experts.
Okay.
And then if there's chefs in the city, then it's 2 live hours. But all things being equal, I cut back. Mondays I just do 1 live hour, and Thursdays I just do 1 live hour. And it's kind of a sanity thing. I actually wasn't really high on it when they first mentioned it to me, doing that, but it has kind of lowered the stress level a little bit. So,
and you're still
cheers.
Hey! Perfect timing. I was telling Ben, well, we were talking about alcohol sales have probably increased slightly. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure there's metrics on that somewhere. I just haven't looked them up.
I did a segment on that last week with an alcohol kind of a substance abuse counselor thing for Wellness Wednesday, and it started quite a little thread of conversation where people are saying, well, of course they're buying more booze, and I'm like, no judgment. This is a no judgment zone here. Cheers.
Right.
And then there was a whole big debate about, well, people aren't buying it in the restaurants, so they're buying more at home. And no, it accounts for that. That's all accounted for. People are buying more booze, and that's that. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's just, it doesn't surprise me a bit. And I feel for people, and I do not judge.
Absolutely.
And thou shalt not be judged.
Cheers again.
Right.
No, it's. Well,
hey, coping mechanisms, right? I mean,
right.
Got to have them. So.
Yeah, and if there's something about having patterns in your life that I think are really important, and I think I've been actually very lucky that I've still been pretty much going on the air. The only difference is I'm not staying at work. I leave the office usually if I'm off at 11, I'm gone by 12. If I'm off by 12, I'm gone by about 1. And home in time to listen to do Wine with DeWine.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, but to listen to the DeWine pressers and stuff like that every day. And
so you're still going to the station then? Is that the?
Yeah, I am. Yeah. I'm prepared to broadcast from home if I have to, but we right away cut back our staff, and we were going to do like an alternate thing. And now we've just kept all the staff out, but our hosts. So you'll have Steve Brown in the morning and Claire Roth in the afternoons, and then Mike Thompson, he's our news and content director. He's always there. Well, not always. I mean, he's there from about 9 o'clock through the afternoons. And I have one producer in, and all my 3 interns and one of my producers are working from home. And one of my interns is like, when do we come back? I mean, they actually miss me yelling down the hall at people and stuff like that. So.
Aw,
so cute. How are you guys?
We're homeschool teachers in both of our houses.
You mean before or after?
Oh, now. Yes,
totally.
never.
Oh, always, like all the time, basically now. Yeah.
Did you homeschool before though?
No.
No.
Okay.
No. We're unqualified teachers for sure.
It's so bad. I mean, it's the amount of stuff that it's like looking at something. I think my son was doing metamorphosis today, and it had to list the order of egg, larva, pupa, adult. And I was like, I don't know.
I mean, I think I knew for about 5 minutes 50 years ago, but other than that, no.
I'm lucky my son is in kindergarten because those are fairly easy. Because I'm like, oh no, this is that's basic math, man. I can do that. Yeah.
I love that. I saw something. It was on Facebook or Twitter where someone was saying, my kid's in the 1st grade. They're freaking out every day. They're having meltdowns, blah, blah, blah. I'm over this. We are not doing this anymore. They're in the 1st grade. Where he's reading, so we'll read every night, and that's all they need to be doing right now is reading. And of course, living life and learning and everything. But you can't, what a weird time, huh?
So weird.
Really?
I think the cool thing recently is that because we have a little bit more time, our kids have started gaining a little more responsibility. So recently we have a park that has a big creek that's about a mile away. And for the first time, they were like, well, we want to go down to the creek. And they said, will you come with us? I'm like, no, I need to be away from you.
No offense.
But they were like, well, can we go by ourselves? So they did. So they walked the 2 miles there and back, and they played in the creek, and they took shoes and snacks and water bottles.
Remember, we used to do that all the time when we were kids.
It was not abnormal. You come in when the sun goes down dark enough or mom yells at you.
With jars of tadpoles and whatnot.
Yep.
Didn't you guys do that? I mean,
I
know I'm a lot older than you guys, but
no, absolutely. I did that.
Gone from sun up to sundown.
Yep. My kids have started a rock collection. We go on walks and at parks, that sort of thing, and they pick up the small pebbles. My daughter puts them all in her mouth, which we've tried to stop her from doing.
How old is she?
She's 1.5. So yeah. So, but it's like, and you turn around and look at her, and she's looking at you like with this. You're like, spit it out, and she's like, and this mess of rocks. It's terrible. Yeah.
And you have poodles or doodles? What do you have?
I have a little dee-dee-doo. She is called Daisy, and she's supposedly a labradoodle. She's supposedly bred from a smaller breed of poodle called what is that? I used to remember it, but it's a medium-sized poodle. It's French for medium.
Okay.
And medium-sized poodle, and so she's about the size of a terrier, and we're really questioning whether there isn't actually a little bit of terrier in her, because she doesn't retrieve at all. Well, she'll retrieve if she finds the right squeaky toy, but all things being equal. But she's about 35 pounds, so she's much smaller.
Okay.
And she's a pistol. How about you guys? Do you have pets?
Oh gosh, we just added to our family, Anne.
I think I saw that.
Yeah. Her name is Persephone, and she's another standard poodle because I'm allergic to everything.
Yeah, see, we need that too.
Yeah. She is, she's different than our other dog.
How old is she?
She's only 8 weeks right now.
Okay, let me tell you this. This is what a vet told us. Yeah. They're not worth a damn until they're 2.
Really?
Yes.
I have that long, Anne. You
really have to lower expectations and just think the whole first 2 years is hardcore training.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to break that to you.
That's
but
okay.
I grew up with a standard poodle, and you can't have a more intelligent, beautiful animal to work with.
And that's why we have a 3-year-old poodle who is amazing. Yeah. And most of the things that she learned, she kind of taught herself. So we were really hoping that would happen. It's not so far.
Like bartending, or what did she?
Well,
what did she
8 weeks,
teach herself?
My God, that's barely born.
Yeah.
So you've got a really new. Oh my God, is it adorable? What color?
Of course, she's absolutely downright gorgeous. She is black on the outside, but then she's got white on her nose and white down her chest and white on 3 or 4 of her paws.
That's unusual for a purebred.
Yeah.
For a purebred standard.
Yeah. The mother was white, or like the cream colored.
Okay.
And then the father, I think, was black. Straight.
Oh, well, she's not going to sit on my lap.
Of course not. They never do.
She's like, I'm not going on a show. No, no way.
No. Yeah.
I'm not camera ready.
Yeah, she is a little scroty looking. She was like dealing with herself earlier tonight, and Jeff says, well, it's because she hasn't been groomed in who knows how long.
Oh my gosh.
Speaking of not being groomed, I mean, what the?
I shaved my son's head today, if it makes you feel any better.
We did that about week 4, honestly. Yeah, it was like, got to cut it off, man. It was terrible.
Oh, my husband was doing his eyebrows this morning. He's like, shoom, shoom, shoom. And I'm like, God, I wish I had eyebrows that I could do that with.
He shaved his eyebrows?
He didn't shave them off, but he can actually, they're so furry, he can just like pull this thing through them. It's like
they get gangly. Yeah.
It's got a nose adaptation.
He's thrilled that you're telling us this too.
So he's in the kitchen right now, probably grinding his teeth. But we think we're going to take the clippers to him soon, though, because he's got really super. He keeps his hair extremely short, and it's kind of like kind of poofy.
Yeah.
So.
My husband's is the same. It doesn't grow down; it grows up and out.
Yeah.
Like Chia Pet style. So I'm not sure how much longer he's going to go. My son is the same though, and I don't even cut paper well, so it's really bad. Yeah.
You have your talents, though.
Yes. And that's not one.
So what are you guys doing with this now? Tell me about your project.
We're continuing the podcast. I mean, we haven't slowed that down. Ben's still doing your commercial work, and I mean,
yep. Socially distant video. It's easy to do,
So everybody's okay. You guys are all.
Yeah. My company, I mean, I'm sure you've heard some of it here with all the art stuff, and we kind of talked about it. Catco's in great shape, and we have lots of projects that we're talking through, and I'm very blessed to work with people that care so much about it. And so it's a day by day kind of thing, and the wait and see is hard, but we're also figuring out how to do things differently. And honestly, I was telling a friend that's going to be on the podcast next week, who lives, I think she's in Virginia. She's going to be mad that I don't know, but she's an actor. She was on Guiding Light for a long time. And
what's her name?
Mandy Bruno.
Because I knew Kim Zimmer was on Guiding Light for a long time, I think. And I went to high school with her.
Oh, did you?
She's not a friend. She was kind of a bitch, but so.
Well, Mandy's very sweet, but she lives out of state. We had a guest on from out of state. So this is actually a really cool time to podcast because people have the time to do it.
Yeah.
And we can get in stories that aren't just Columbus based, just cool people to talk to. So it's kind of a nice time for it, I guess.
Yeah.
Most of you, I mean, I would say all of your interviews are probably via Zoom and Skype right now anyway, right?
Yeah, and I've had a couple people offer to come in, like they're like, we're not afraid of, like, yeah, well, I am, and I'm not really, but I am. I mean, I think I'm setting an example, and I'm in the studio all by myself, and I still wear a mask because I want to set an example for people. I'm a mask wearer, so get over it.
Right.
And it's all remote, and I miss that because I miss the human contact. And I even remember that week when we started doing the elbow bump instead of shake. Oops.
Oh.
Hey, hon, could you bring me my charger real quick? Thank you. I'm running out of battery.
You're fine.
So I remember when we started doing the elbow bumps and stuff, and that was kind of a drag. And, how things started to transition, and I like meeting people, and it really definitely changes the dynamic.
Yeah.
You want to show them your hair, hon?
No.
Okay. This poor man, he lives with me day in and day out. Can you believe it?
He really had to think hard about that answer too.
28 years, I think, something like that. Poor man. So, and I, every once in a while, I realize that I have to adjust myself a little bit as far as making people feel comfortable on the phone and talking to them a little bit more before we go on the air than I might have before. And then, it's COVID-19 day in and day out for me right now. And they're just, people don't, I think I could do a Deborah Kanapke gardening show. I might even be able to do a bug show with Mark Berman. Because I'm sure people are noticing more bugs.
Yep.
But it's really hard to know when you start to get back to that versus everything's different. Everything's different.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
But thank you for continuing. I mean, it's nice to know that some things haven't changed and that there are those familiar voices and faces. Like you said, provide that sense of normalcy. So, I hear cocktails being made in the background.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
It sounds like cocktails are being made in the background.
Yeah, well, I'm sure it's ice water. but I'm the, no.
Well, Anne, when this is all over, I do want to have you come on again physically and do another podcast and chat some more, and we'll drink some wine. And yeah.
It was great to see you.
It's so good to see you. Thank you. Thanks. And thanks for popping on. We'll talk soon.
You bet.
Thank you.
You bet, Ben.
Stay
great
safe.
To see you. Stay safe, both of you, and
absolutely
be in touch.
You too.
Okay.
Good. Bye. Thanks.
All right. Bye, Anne.
Aw, I love her. So we've got our next guest actually ready to go. So this is so cool. This is like everybody's going.
You're running your own show. This is wild.
Shut up. I'm not. I know. I did check through to see, like, oh, shoot. Am I recording? Hi, Sarah. Yep. Sarah. Let's see if she's on. Sorry it took so long. We'll get her on in a minute. It's so cool to see Anne again.
It was.
Sarah, you there, love?
Yeah. Duly recorded for August. Thank you.
Can you see me?
Hold
on.
We see your name on screen. No video yet.
Okay, here we go.
Hello.
There you are. Hi.
Am I gonna be on?
Yes. How are you?
Fine. All right.
Is that a surprise? Sorry.
Okay. I would have got a little dressed up. No. Put on a costume,
Well, I've got greenery here if it makes you feel better. I was showing Ben earlier. Doug's coworkers keep making fun of him, so he's buying a new plant every week. That it's literally like forestry down here. It's getting scary. This has to end soon, or we're gonna like buy stock in Flowerama. So, how is life? How are you doing? How are you all feeling?
Well, physically I feel pretty good. Yeah, mentally we're surviving.
Yeah.
Today I was like, I had to take a day where I was like, I just need to be by myself for a while because 6 people in the house, and I'm sure there's people that have more than that in the house, but
yeah,
it's hard sometimes.
I think it could be 2 people in a house right now can get, after 8 weeks is like, okay, I need a little alone time. I think that's a perfectly reasonable thing to want,
And you're now, I'm sure you're homeschool teaching as well.
Yes. Most of the kids are able to do their assignments on their own, the older ones. But I have a kindergartner, and so she can't read yet. So I have to walk her through all her lessons.
Yay! Do they fight you on it, or are they pretty good about just self-starting? Or does it depend on the day, the minute, the hour?
Sometimes they need a little push, but most of the time they want to get it over with so that they can have their free time.
Yes. And how are they filling their time? I have to know. Maybe you have new ideas for my kids too.
Let's see. Well, when it's nice out, lots of rollerblading and trampoline. We live in a court, so they have, can go out, and I don't always have to monitor everything because there's not traffic or anything.
Yeah.
They're not really big game people. My son really likes Monopoly, but I don't. And I like to play games, but just not Monopoly. Yeah. And I don't know. They like to play video games because then they can do the social thing with their friends with that. And then they've been watching all the Marvel movies. They're on the last one tonight. So.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. I don't watch them. I'm not into it, but.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I think Doug's taken them to see.
I am. That sounds kind of fun, to be honest with you. I might do that. So.
Watch them all in chronological order. I guess there's like 15 of them. So.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was a big commitment. They're watching Endgame tonight. So I get 3 hours by myself.
Yeah. Whenever Doug takes them to see the movies, back in the good old days when you went to go see movies, it was always like, oh.
Do you remember the talking pictures, guys? Oh, such wondrous things they were. Yes.
Hey, I just saw something that the drive-ins are going to be a thing this summer. So there we go.
somebody posted, I hope they were kidding. Somebody posted a picture today of how to get theater back. And it was a circle of cars with their headlights all pointed in and 2 actors in the center. Yeah. Like, drive-in theater is probably not going to be happening.
Probably not.
I don't really want to.
Applause is replaced by everybody honking their horns, you know?
That's clever.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's an interesting world how things have changed. But you're feeling good and healthy and
Yeah, I had a rough winter. It was hard. But I came out of it, and honestly, I haven't been in any pain in about 2 or 3 months. So
awesome.
yeah.
That's a blessing.
It's a
I
huge
think right now you need that.
I know. I could not have survived the winter and gone through quarantine at the same time. Like, it just, yeah. So it would have been really hard.
Do you still have to go in for treatments then?
Yeah, I go in like every 2 weeks. I have treatment, or I have treatment 2 weeks on and 1 week off.
Okay. What is the feeling like when you go in for treatments? I mean,
well, in the beginning of the quarantine, I could still bring a visitor with me.
Okay.
But then towards like I don't remember when, it was probably like a month ago, really, when they made the restriction of no visitors can come to any appointment. So now I just get dropped off, and then they screen me at the door with a temperature, take your temp, ask you questions, and then you can go on up to your appointment. So
wow.
And
masks
hand
on everybody.
sanitizer and a mask. Yeah, you do all of that at the check-in, and yeah, everybody's wearing a mask. And like, it was kind of funny. So like last week or 2 weeks ago, I guess, I went in, and it was my once a month I meet with my doctor, and instead of the doctor coming in, it was just like a tele
Okay.
visit.
Yeah.
So like FaceTime basically.
Man.
So weird.
So, because I didn't really have any pressing issues that I needed a physical exam.
Okay.
Had I, had something concerning, I would have had a doctor come in the room. But they're just trying to really keep everybody safe, which I appreciate.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We just had a televet appointment because we got a new puppy. And, to get her in so they come out, they took her in, and I just sat in the car, and then the doctor called me and kind of went over everything, and then they brought the dog back out, and I paid the bill over the phone. It was bizarre.
Yeah. Well, at least you could take your dog to the vet, though. That's good.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone's did you get a puppy? Is that what you got?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I really wanted to, but my husband, it was a hard no. He was like, no, no chance. Like, please.
We maybe should have thought a little more. No, it's fine. I mean, we've got the time. She just needs to learn. I'm sure the neighbors are getting a kick of me slamming the door and saying, you go outside, outside, not inside, outside. Like 6 times a day. But
that's funny.
She's 8 weeks. We'll get there.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So your husband, I mean, obviously working from home and.
Yes, he's working from home, but that's not really uncommon. So in the winter, he works from home because he's in the golf business, and his company is based out of Arizona. So and honestly, me being home didn't feel much different. It felt different in the fact that I didn't hang out with friends anymore, but I was kind of used to staying home most of the time and not being out and about, just because I had not felt good, or was just I couldn't drive for a while. So that really wasn't a lot to get used to, the quarantine, but it is hard. I mean, it's another element. It just adds another layer of difficulty, I guess.
Absolutely.
But
it's so good to hear that you're feeling well. That's the best part. That's awesome. We were really excited. Ben and I had been stewing over this for a long time. Like, we should just do a check-in with a bunch of people.
Yeah.
So I'm really glad. I know that there will be so many people that are wondering how you are doing, and how things are going, and it's wonderful to hear that they're going well.
Yeah, I'm really thankful that I'm on a good treatment that's working for me. So.
Yeah, that's awesome. And it's getting better outside. It's not dismal.
Right. Well, and maybe like in 2 weeks I'll say that, but I'm
Yeah.
like, it's gonna frost on Friday, and I just planted my garden. I'm so bummed. Hi, sweetie.
Hi,
Christ,
Micah.
I haven't had one of those yet. It seems like it'll happen any second here.
Yeah.
Are you
Yeah.
gonna come and say goodnight?
Yes, I will. Go. Bye. Off camera. Bye. Yeah.
Never fails.
No, it's there's never a moment where it's expected, I guess, on these calls, but everybody's in the same boat at this point. You know,
Oh
like,
yeah.
who's going to stand up and not be wearing pants, or whose dog's going to
Yeah. My kids call it a Zoom bomb.
Oh my gosh. I like that. We have to incorporate.
Not a photo bomb, it's a Zoom bomb.
Wait, are we supposed to be wearing pants? I didn't get that message. Sorry.
Just don't stand up.
The duration of the podcast, stay seated. Yes. Do your kids do a lot of the Zoom calls for classes?
They do Google Meet, I think, mostly. I think they have Zoom, like we did Zoom call. Well, my one daughter, this is kind of funny. She's like, well, I want to have a happy hour with my friends. Like her and all her friends, they got their can of Coke or whatever soda they like, and they did a Zoom call.
That's awesome.
That's really cool, actually.
Yeah. So they did that. And I think my son, I don't think he Zooms very much. I think he just FaceTimes his friends. So
it's interesting to hear them and to see them, because we never really did much of that before. You know, they would just go out and hang out with their friends. But
yeah.
My son likes to play video games with his buddy, but it requires the video game and then the phone. So really, all you see on the phone, them speaking to each other, they're talking, but you just see the hair over the screen, because I'm like, why do you need to connect? But we're talking to each other. Yes, but why can't you it boggles my mind. And they narrate every single part of the video game.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Well, Logan just saved up and bought before quarantine, actually, the gaming headphones or whatever.
Oh,
and it's so funny. He'll come up after playing this video game for a while, and he's got like this headband line in his head. I'm like, I know where you've been.
That's funny.
Like you.
Yeah, Ben's gonna have it too.
Well, maybe you don't have that much hair right now.
No, that's part of the reason I keep it short, because I get bad hair and headphone hair. Then yeah, occupational hazards, I suppose.
I guess so.
And well, if my daughter couldn't help herself from interrupting the podcast, my dog is now down here and has found a squeaky toy, so that's going to happen. There's that. Yeah. So.
It's funny how much like people are going to tolerate that stuff so much more now. It's just going to become part of like just a regular communication thing. You know, it's just, oh, there's your dog, there's your cat, you know, and you know, they always get cheers and everything. And so, yeah, my cat was behind me earlier on the back of my chair. He might join us here again in a second.
Aww.
It was like the perfect shadow of cat. I didn't even know the cat was behind Ben, but it was this perfect cat shadow. And he's like, oh, weird.
Yeah, and then I rotate my chair just a little bit like this, and then you see the cat there, and he's
I feel like there was a cartoon when we were younger that had that. It was like maybe it was the Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Did you ever watch that?
Oh yes.
Shredder the cat, remember? And he'd be on the back of his chair.
I think maybe Inspector Gadget had it.
Oh, maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Inspector Gadget had the cat that was always sitting there, and he'd always, next time, Gadget, and the cat would screech and run off.
What was the cat's name?
The cat's name from, okay, I'll Google it here.
Lottie, stop with the toy. Stop with the toy. Please. Can we stop with the toy?
What's the dog's name?
Her name is Lottie. This is our 3-year-old dog. She's, besides the toy, she's excellent, and she's done really, really well with the puppy.
Okay.
They already play together. She's very tolerant with those little puppy teeth biting her ear, which I cannot imagine feels good because they hurt me.
Mm-hmm.
No, she's been great, but I think she's also enjoying the fact that she's hiding down here with me in the basement rather than dealing with the puppy upstairs for a little while. So
Okay.
All right. So the cat's name is Mad Cat.
Mad Cat.
Mad Cat, I
Very-
guess.
Very
Yeah.
unique.
oh,
I don't
I
know.
was hoping. What isn't there?
Oh, he's named after the Mad Organization, which is what Dr. Claw runs. That's their sort of specter thing that they have. So,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm glad we got.
There you go.
Sorry.
The Inspector Gadget fan cast we got. Good.
Oh my goodness. Well, Sarah, thank you for popping on and
Oh,
chatting
absolutely.
with us. It's so good to see your face and hear your voice.
Thank you.
Be live, but we'll take what we can get. So.
I know. Yes,
But
we
thank you. Tell your family I said hi, and we will catch up soon. All right, dear.
will. Krista.
Thanks
a
for coming
lot.
by. Be well.
All
Thanks.
right, take care. Bye.
See ya.
I love it that now the dog is done with the toy. Like
Yeah, and the dog's like, "Oh, no, I'm good." Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you recording still? Oh, well, then I'm back into it. Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, once our next guest comes on, I'm sure she'll, jump right back at it again. I'm gonna check my schedule just to make sure we're still on target here.
Okay.
This is awesome. I mean, everybody's
Yeah, this is really cool. I dig, seeing some people that we haven't seen in a while. It's great to see Sarah and make sure that she's doing well, and
yeah.
and
Absolutely.
so.
Absolutely. Sorry, I'm still checking. Okay.
Your daughter's been on, and very briefly. I don't think we actually showed her for more than like a nanosecond. But
Well,
we've
I
heard
think
Lottie.
I'm trying to hide the deaf look, like get back upstairs. I'm trying to do something down here. But yeah, I think it's hard for my kids to understand that my work is different than dad's, that a lot of the things that I do are still happening on the weekends and in the evenings. So Saturday and Sunday, I had 2-hour play reading.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it doesn't make sense to them because it's not normal work, but it never has been. I just am away. But our next guest is here.
Oh, good.
And next up, this is like a variety show.
Hello?
Hi, I can't see you, but I can hear you.
Sorry.
Well, we know who it is. It's Jeb Bigelow's here.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure so I realized I ran upstairs and my mouse. Oh wait, I can start video. I see where that is.
Hey, there you are.
Hi, how are you?
Hi.
Looking good. How are you doing?
Good. So we ordered Chinese. We ordered Mexican food like 2.5 hours ago, and it just came right now. So I was like running around, and I'm like, oh my god, I have to go do this.
You can totally eat on the podcast. I have no problem. I don't.
I don't have to share.
Not at all.
Did you get condado?
I got al vaquero.
El vaquero. What'd you get?
Excellent choice.
I got 3 hard shell tacos and enchilada because I normally love, and some chips and salsa. So.
Well, and we're recording this on Cinco de Mayo,
Yes.
and so we got that going. It's also Taco Tuesday, and we're in the middle of the coronavirus, and it's so we got all the highlights. So yes.
How are you, my dear?
I'm good. I mean, I've been working the whole time. I mean, so that's not changed too much, except for like wearing a mask.
Yeah.
And then like the business went down for a little bit for a while, but people still need their drugs that way. And I mean, I miss theater. It's not like I just saying that today. I'm like, I don't know when it's ever coming back or how that reshapes everything. But that's even.
And you had I know last month was probably rough. I love it. But with the Jebbies being canceled and postponed.
Yeah.
Not canceled, but I'm sure just dealing with that was enough in itself to know that that was coming. So.
Yeah, I mean, it was sweet. Like a lot of people kept their tables and tickets and stuff like that. So, I mean, although maybe I should have handled this differently and just refunded everybody, but because now I'm like, what if this never gets rescheduled or what if it can't? I mean, I have a rescheduled date, but I'm still not sure whether stuff will happen by then.
Yeah.
And so that kind of leaves it into, I mean, I'd still like to have a party. So I guess I could always put it in the fall.
Yeah.
if I have to push it even farther back. But
how far into the planning were you?
I had probably, I mean, all the nominations were out. I'd been doing interviews, even like when they started to like talk about it, I kept doing a few interviews if people felt comfortable enough, because I would like wipe down the area until it was like full on lockdown. I didn't do a lot of the editing because I thought that'd be depressing, like the week that I was off leading up to it. So I originally thought about that. So I have another vacation because of another show that was canceled coming up soon. That I might do some of the editing there and see what I have, because I could always like fill it in with like virtual interviews if I need to, or like wait till I can have people over again if they want to do it, and you know, remain socially distant to that. Or because I had quite a few done, but I was probably more than halfway, but not to the point where I had to like certain like plays might not have a lot of people that had seen it, or like normally where I have to kind of like search after people that had seen the show.
Yeah. Well, if you do virtually, I mean, people are a lot more apt to have a little.
That is true. Yeah.
Your fan is very trippy. I kind of enjoy it. It looks like it's moving at different speeds. Not your boobs, your fan.
I hope. Is this a video eventually, or is this? Oh. Great. That makes me feel really good. Of course, I feel like this is like the first time we did this where I didn't even know you were recording and you just started.
That's how.
And so I'm like, and I just talk out of my butt.
He's starting to get wise to our act, Krista. I don't know.
I could have like actually tried to like. I'm wearing a white T-shirt. Yeah.
Well, if it makes
this is my work undershirt.
If you feel better, I mean, it is going to be just a podcast too. So.
Okay.
But
it's
also,
okay. I'm just not used to Krista and her visual media. Like,
the visual media,
the visual media of Speakeasy.
It's different for sure. I mean,
do you call it something else? Is this like
what do you call it? Like the video, you had a little bit of a different title, didn't you?
No, I mean, we're just kind of calling it Speakeasy, but I've been referring to all of these as the COVID sessions, just because we've been doing quite a few of these, and yeah. So, but I mean, I'm still just kind of calling it the same thing. Just now it's on YouTube too. It's on YouTube first, and then the audio comes out later.
Right.
So.
Those the video sessions with Krista Stoffer.
Yes.
Wait, how's your last name?
I think so, because it's probably.
It's too late now, man. No, it's out there.
Oh,
you can always bleep. Can't you bleep it out in post? Like, no, we can't use that.
I can, but I'm not gonna. So.
No, he's not.
Oh, Ben, come on.
Well, so are you like normal schedule, and so really nothing's changed on your
yeah, I mean we were really busy for a while because people were like stocking up on medicine and stuff like that, but work-wise, yeah, my work schedule has been fairly similar. The Krogers themselves had like shorter hours, but I mean the pharmacy hours were the same because it's very essential. It was scary at first, specifically like not knowing, like, especially before they were like mandatory masks and things like that. You're like, people didn't seem to be taking it that seriously, so it was a little more like stressful to go into work. But as it's gone along, I mean, it's still stressful, but it's kind of like I'm used to it now, and I feel like there's more protective barriers and things like that. Like,
yeah,
they talked about, you know, getting the plastic barriers that like where people pick up prescriptions and stuff, but that took like a week and a half before it came, like before they announced it, and you're just like, there's that in between time where you're like, how fast does this virus spread, or is there someone here, like how many healthy people have it that you don't know, that kind of thing. So I mean, that's still true, but at least you feel like you have a little bit more of a distance from that. But
do you see a lot of people wearing masks coming in, or no?
Yeah, about everybody now. There's still some that don't, because since Kroger doesn't require people to, but there's quite a few people that come in with them now, which is nice overall. I mean, it is what it is. It's just, I feel like sometimes I'm like, there's good days where I'm like, there's too many people. I wish they would like reevaluate how many people could be in the store at one time, where I'm like, I feel like this is too many. Yeah. Like, do you need to be here kind of thing, especially for like the stay at home. Like once that's lifted, I could see it being a little less, but sometimes I feel like since we were one of the few places that were open, that a lot of people would go there or bring their family, and you're like, really only one person needs to go. And no, it's so not a Jebby conversation. I mean, it's a Jeb conversation, but it's not a Jebby Award conversation.
Well, we can make it both.
It's like trying to separate Krista from Speak Easily here.
Well, I'd like to think that there's more to the podcast.
I feel like my forehead looks really big in this. I've had a few margaritas as well, so per usual, I always get myself liquored up for all this. So.
As well, you should. I mean,
good.
Ann Fisher drank with me at the.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
On camera or off?
On camera.
Oh.
Yes. Yeah. What are your cocktail go-tos? Have you changed up anything?
Well, everything. No, I'm kidding. My go-tos, what I've been really proud of, which is odd, is that I've made vodka soaked gummy bears, because when I'm at a bar, I really enjoy like a Jello shot, or if they sell like at Club Diversity, they sell like the vodka soaked gummy bears.
Yeah.
So when it first started, I made my own batch of like where it was all mixed together, but now I got smarter about it and I separated it out by color, and I have them in their own individual little containers so that the flavors don't intermingle. So that's my version of cooking, is vodka soaked gummy bears. I also learned, I made my own Manhattan for the first time. Like I bought the stuff to make Manhattan because I was getting over like the easy like vodka soda, like whiskey on the rocks, or pouring out of like beer or wine. Like it's like, I wanted something that was a little more like a craft cocktail. Ooh, I lost my,
so Jeb, Jeb, hang on one sec, babe. We've got about 5 more minutes, but I thought you might be having fun talking to our next guest with us. So.
Nope. Not at all. I saw who it was. No,
you don't want to talk to
him.
him?
Only if he's not wearing pants.
Oh gosh, please don't encourage him. Please don't.
I'd be shocked if he was, to be honest with you. I feel like that's like straight out of the the
Ralph is not. Oh, I shouldn't spoil it. You can bleep that out, right?
Ralph, we can't see you, love.
Really?
No.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
This is
the
best you've ever looked.
I believe it. Definitely.
If you see something called start video, you're on your phone, I'm assuming.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. Let me see if I can.
Jeb, how's your food? Is it good?
It's really good. I had an enchilada. I have some tacos that are probably getting soggy, but I have like 5 minutes and then I can go eat them.
Crap.
We really did try to time this out better, though, food-wise. It was just everyone wanted tacos on Taco Tuesday Cinco de Mayo, so go figure.
I mean, it feels right. It felt wrong not to.
Yeah.
Did you find it?
Ralph, don't forget to put on pants before you put the video on.
Oh, please. You know that's not going to happen.
Let me see if I can start. Okay, I'm hitting a button that's asking you to start video. Does that help? There we go.
Oh, am I on? Hey, all right. Hey,
it's Ralph. All right.
I thought so.
Look at his.
Look at my what? I have pants on.
I see no proof of that, but you know.
Don't encourage him.
See?
Thank you.
It's not the weekend. Come on.
Is that what it requires?
No, not really. Never.
So I kept Jeb on for a minute because I thought he might want to.
Cool.
So.
Hi, Jeb. How are you, darling? It's good to see you, sweetie.
I'm good to see you. I'm okay. How about you?
Okay.
You look
okay.
beautiful. You look as beautiful as ever.
Oh God, love you. I need a haircut like you read about.
Me and you both, mister.
I know. God.
Why don't you just shave your head?
What's that?
Just shave your head again.
Well, if I knew when we were going to get back into the theater, I would. I honestly would.
Okay.
Because everybody stays away from you when you have a bald head. when I shaved it for the movie Recoil, I would walk down the aisles in Kroger, and it would part like the Red Sea. It was fantastic. And every old man came up to me and said, "Hey, thank you for your service. Thank you for your service." Like, I wasn't in the military, but thank you. Yeah, it was awesome. I liked it.
Well, but that's good for social distancing now, isn't it? I mean,
Yeah. But like I said, if I knew when we were going to get back on stage and everything was going to loosen up, then I could gauge it better, because it takes about 5 months for your hair to grow back, I think. I mean, we did Putnam Spelling Bee.
yeah.
And I auditioned for it when my hair was just growing back. Remember that? Yeah.
How does that,
Yeah.
Ralph and Krista, how does that feel to be like your peak of your careers was Putnam County Spelling Bee?
Oh, pretty good. Pretty good. God damn it.
I've seen. Ow.
Breaking balls. All right.
I love
it.
you both. I think you guys need to redo that show and redo you. You can
Oh my
you don't
God,
have
I
to
do it in a
recast.
heartbeat.
You can use other kids if you want, but I feel like you two need to do the show again.
Definitely.
I mean, and I love the kids you had. Don't get me wrong, all those people, but I'm like, I feel like I would love to watch you and Krista do it again with your timing and all that stuff.
Same here. I love that, Jeb, that you are sitting there in a t-shirt and eating. That is so awesome.
It's Cinco de Mayo. My drink's downstairs. I would drink too, but I have some tequila,
well, see,
margarita.
You got to plan that. Oh shit! I need to pour another one.
Well, you missed out. I did. Everyone and their mother was ordering El Vaquero tonight, and so our order took like 2.5 hours.
Oh my God!
So we did not.
Usually it's pretty good.
Yeah.
All the dine-in delivery stuff, it's worked out great.
Mm-hmm.
Driving up and long what is it? Lone Star Steakhouse is really good.
Yeah, I miss Little Palace. They were open for a little while, and they're going to come back, but they're closed now. And I'm like, I miss Little Palace. But I mean, I miss going there with like people after shows though too.
Oh God, yeah. After rehearsal, after walking, after anything,
after being with other people. I miss
hugs. Oh
kisses
my
on
God.
Kisses on the mouth from Ralph.
Yes. Come on.
Or homeless people.
Yeah, anyone. Really.
Well, Jeb, thank you, my darling. I'm going to go let you get your drink and your tacos not soggy anymore. But I love you. It's good to see you.
I love you too.
Jeb.
Thanks for including me. I'm sorry I didn't realize that it was video.
You were perfect, darling.
Oh, thanks. Thank you.
I
love you all. Thank you, Ben.
Love you, Jeb.
You're welcome.
Love you, Jebby.
See you, man. Take it easy. Be safe.
Take care.
All right, thanks.
Hi, Ralph.
Hello. How are you then? How's it going? What are you drinking?
I am drinking Pebble. It's a Viognier.
Pebble?
It's one of my company's wines.
Oh, okay. I thought it was something from the Flintstones.
No. No, it's not.
I'll say, I'm Bam Bam.
What are you drinking?
Woodford Reserve, but I need to get myself another shot, but I'll wait.
We're holding you back, aren't we?
Yeah, no. I
don't let us stop you, though. I mean, go ahead. I mean,
yeah, we'll catch
go for
up.
it.
Yeah.
No. You can come along.
Oh, that's right. You're on the
Please.
phone.
Yeah. So you can come along.
Show us how big of a shot you're pouring here. Oh, there it is.
Oh, just a small bottle. Didn't want to get too crazy. I'm actually, I'm getting tired of drinking, and I actually wasn't going to today.
Yeah.
I wasn't, but I was like, I'm gonna do the podcast and stuff. I gotta loosen up. God only knows, because nothing's real anymore. I don't know what reality is anymore. I don't.
Nothing's real. There is no time. Days are meaningless. Yeah, that's all.
Just yeah. All right, there. I poured. It's but you can see the light at the end of the tunnel now, which is good. That's quite it's calming, but it's working. It's better than nothing.
Because you are, I mean, I'm in a similar situation, but not quite as dire as yours, that performances are completely postponed right now.
Yeah, yeah, yes, and that is you go through different little anxiety attacks, wondering when you're going to be able to do it again, when are you going to get to perform again, when can I feel that energy again? I mean, just the energy of other people.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's depressing. It's heartbreaking. I'm an empath, so I pick up on everybody else's anxiety, which is just great. So yesterday was a terrible day, but today's better. And exercise helps immensely. Immensely. That's really the only thing that is keeping me sane at the moment. But I don't know how sane that is.
I mean, it's like better than normal, so
it's a sliding scale.
So everything for you that was left, because you had opened the preview performance of your show.
Right, we did two. We did one for the Ambassadors of Columbus.
Yeah.
That was on the Tuesday, and then we did the Wednesday morning matinee, and it wasn't until I think 2.5 or 3 hours before call time on Thursday when we heard that we weren't going to go in. So
doesn't that feel years ago?
Yeah. It does. It does feel like forever ago. But I was going through my lines every day, at least twice a day. And now it's like once every 2 days because you just don't know when it's going to be back.
Yeah.
And you don't want to get your hopes up and think, oh, but that's the plan. I mean, that's what it's supposed to be. But if it doesn't go up, I mean, yeah, I just want to get back on stage again. That's all.
What's the longest period of time you've gone without doing something? Because you work constantly. I know that. So I mean, is this the longest period of time?
It wouldn't. No, it was when I was heavy into Mr. Mom, and you know, at home raising the kids, and I did more commercial work and film because that was only like 1 or 2 days work. So probably 1.5 years, maybe. Is probably the longest, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Man, it's taken getting a lot of used to. So.
Yeah, I'm not used to it yet at all. Every morning I wake up and I'm like, hey, it's a good morning. Oh, son of a fucking bitch, we're still in this thing. Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard to wake up some mornings. It's hard to.
I don't understand, how I can be so tired in the evening when I haven't done a goddamn thing all day. Or I've spent the whole time in the house and I mean, you're cleaning, you're doing projects and stuff, but I'll go up and shower. It's like my face is all greasy. I'm like, where the hell did this come from? I haven't done anything. I'm in my house.
Yeah.
It's like I was running around in the desert and then slid in Vaseline or something.
Do you do that?
Which is... Yeah, but the Vaseline and sand does not work well.
No.
It really doesn't.
Very good.
Bad combination.
Yeah.
It's just an FYI.
No, that's good. That's good. We've so far on the podcast, we've learned about the cat from Inspector Gadget, and now we've learned not to combine sand and Vaseline.
And Vaseline, yeah.
See, it's educational. Cool. I mean, this could be under, podcast to learn from.
Yes.
I don't think. Yeah, Jeb had no idea he was on video, so that was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Through, he's like sucking down tacos, and he's like, "Wait, is this video?" We're like, yeah.
It was like, when did you guys get Brando on? Did he come back to life? I mean, a T-shirt eating tacos.
He's also,
I mean, that's quarantine casual. Absolutely. I love that. I love quarantine casual.
I mean, we've been doing at least a podcast a week, sometimes a couple, but it's like, at this rate, people are expecting familiarity. We're recording our homes. I mean, my kids are headed to bed right now, and my son cannot go around the house without sounding like an elephant. So it's good.
My daughter cannot walk around with pants on. She gets it from me, I know, but
I was gonna say that seems genetic to me. I don't know, but that's okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
I mean, they're doing well with homeschool stuff and keeping busy.
They're both gifted kids.
Yeah.
And we don't give them a whole lot of chores to do. I've always told them, look, school is your job, and you bust your ass at that, and you want to be. I don't care what grades you get, as long as you give it your all, 100%.
Yeah.
And they're both really not too challenged with it. My son's an introvert, so he's delighted with it all. But yeah, they're doing great with it. I'm very lucky. I very rarely get called up for questions or anything like that. It wasn't even challenging for my daughter's orchestra class. She had to teach someone how to play violin. She was like, Dad? I was like, yeah, why not? I got nothing going on.
Oh, wow. That's
so that was, yeah, I've only had one lesson, but
that's awesome.
How'd you do?
I know the fingering. I did good. She was very happy with me. I said, well, you're a good teacher.
Yeah, that's awesome. Does she have a lot to do for orchestra?
No, usually it's just doing a practice video, but the teacher, I'm sure, trying to change things up, and it's like, oh, God, what can we have them do? It's like, you be the teacher and you teach someone in your house how to play the violin. So I thought it was very clever.
Well, and your wife
is the teacher.
Yeah, your wife is doing distance learning for theater, so I can't even imagine.
Yeah, and my mother-in-law had to have emergency back surgery, so my wife has to go over there every evening and take care of my mother-in-law, and then she comes back early afternoon, spends some hours here, and then has to head back.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it's all this odd reality.
Yeah. But you're healthy and it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. I am healthy. I am exercising. I've been breathing on. It's so odd that first couple weeks, it's like, oh, cool. This is like a vacation. This is hip. And, you catch up on all the shows. But now it's like, I'll sit down and flip on the TV. And I'm just like, oh, Christ. No, I can't launch another movie. I can't binge another season of whatever. Yeah. It's so, I've been working outside a lot, working on the lawn, doing little house projects that I was like, I have no idea when I'll get to that, but I'll get to it. But now it's like, all right, everything's done. Can we just go back?
Yeah.
But I also agree that, it's not, we have to wait. And I'm fine with that. And I'm fine with the mask. What's the deal with people getting pissed off about the mask? I mean, come on. You want to get out of this, right? Do your part.
Yeah.
It's like none of these people have been on a
mildly
team before.
Annoying. Yeah, it's mildly annoying. That is all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the worst of it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, would you rather be fighting for your life?
Yeah.
Or one of your loved ones? But it does seem like, especially early on, the people that bitched about it, coronavirus was like, well, gonna get your ass. And it did. So I was like, oh, cool, it's got a brain. That's why I read the other day that, and before it was smokers are, you should try and quit smoking. I did try for a couple weeks. Didn't take, but then I read one the other day that said, that smokers are least likely to catch it, which if you think about that part before about the coronavirus getting to people, they're saying, hey, this thing doesn't exist. And it's like, aha, I'll kick your ass. Yeah, why does the coronavirus want to attack me if I've got weak lungs? That's like punching a paraplegic. It's like, come on. I hit someone today, knocked him out. Oh yeah, who was it? Paraplegic? You pussy. Nah, you suck. I'm sure the coronavirus germs are talking the same way. Hey, I killed someone today. He was a smoker. Oh, you pussy. Go after the good lungs. You got to go after the bad ones. The guy's doing it on himself.
It's good to know nothing has changed with you, Ralph Scott.
Well, it does. It does. And it was like my thing the other day.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Let's not repeat that.
Please, I haven't crossed the line already.
Just go ahead, cross the line. I'm used to it.
Oh, no, I mean, I was thinking today, well, if they asked me about that,
No,
how are you getting through this? I was like, well, the 3 M's, music, the Messiah, and masturbation. Oh, okay, let me rephrase that. The 3 J's, Jesus, jazz, jerking off. Yeah, all right, let me rephrase that. I got a million of them here. No, I think the key word in that one, in that post, Krista and Ben, was the word apparently. Apparently, masturbating improves your immune system. Apparently, smokers are less likely to catch the COVID virus. Apparently, I'm going to defeat COVID single-handedly. I think it's the apparently that's the key there.
Yes. It helps drive it home. Yes.
Yeah. It's all about crafting.
Okay, and next topic.
Yeah. Drink to that.
It's good to see you.
Good to see you.
What are you chasing with?
Coca-Cola poop.
Oh, gotcha.
Did you get Cabot's message that he's in at 9?
Yeah, he should.
Cool. Okay, cool.
You spoiled the surprise. We're not saying who's coming on next.
Sorry. That's not what I meant.
It could be Cabot anybody, though.
Yeah,
it could be like Cabot Smith.
No, it's the Cabot guy from Family Affair, the butler. I can't remember his last name.
I can't remember.
That's
a deep cut, man.
Oh, it is. It's definitely a deep cut. That Family Affair. The butler. Probably.
I'm Googling.
Sebastian
good man. Sebastian Cabot, that's it.
Thank you.
Well done.
Who also, do you know why?
Sebastian Cabot, guys.
He's a voice actor. Because he voiced the owl in Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, yeah.
Several other animated characters. That's actually how I know him.
Mine was reruns of Family Affair. I don't know why we always had to watch that, but TV is so much better now. I can remember when when cable first came out.
Yeah.
Oh, that was sensational.
It was great.
It was. I can't imagine going through this back then with 4 channels.
Even 10 years ago, we wouldn't have done.
Without the internet, I think this would have killed people, honestly.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, because we can still connect. It's weird, but, we're still able to see faces. And, we visited a couple of family members socially distant, but at least we're sitting there looking at each other, speaking to each other, so you ruined the surprise, so we'll just go ahead and add him anyway. I think Cabot's here.
Oh, there you go.
Hi, Cabot.
Hello, Cabot.
I think he's muted for right now.
Am I muted?
You were not muted, but we don't see you yet. Here, let me see.
I spent hours getting ready for this.
You're
going to be real.
G-string of the t-shirt?
I changed t-shirts for the first time in 3 days. That's true.
Beautiful.
Aw. Well, Ralphie,
I don't understand. Come.
You got to send him that same thing you did me.
Come forward.
The video.
I see my name on the black screen there. Well, anyway, how are we all? Now we're all frozen.
Are we?
You're let me take this into the next room, okay? I think I'm too far away from my internet.
Okay, you're fine.
Yeah, your internet doesn't pick up in the sex room, buddy.
Heather and Cass,
you better cut me off.
Yeah, isn't it time for you to head out, Ralph?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
They're watching it. Heather's watching Dr. Pimple Popper in the other room, so she let me come in.
Ew.
So I didn't want to have that.
High quality entertainment is what it is.
Yeah,
that is.
I can't do that.
Christy, you've never seen Dr. Pimple Popper?
No, I don't want to see that.
I know. I don't either. In
fact,
that's
you can't look away. It's terrible.
I don't want to.
Oh, no.
No desire.
Is it coming in any better if I walk out here? Are you guys still watching?
No, hang on.
We have no picture for you.
I just muted him.
Okay.
I'm muted. Let me try to start.
This is.
What did you do with mine, Krista? You sent me that thing, and I hit the button.
Cabot, are you seeing something that says start video?
The host has asked you to start your video. Yes.
So click.
Did I do that?
Yeah. Just
Yes.
I'm thinking it means to start this.
There it is.
There's
All
Cassie,
right.
by the way. There's our youngest watching. She was the one that suggested Dr. Pimple Popper tonight.
No. Cassie, why?
It's a great show. It's satisfying. She's doing the service, this doctor. And anyway, I'll let you get back. I'm going to come in here because it's better in here. Okay, I'm supposed to talk soft. Who rules this rule? Yeah, see, I did change my T-shirt.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, I'll try to
Well,
talk
yeah, you
quiet.
look like you should be in an Irish bar.
I'm married to you.
Actually, you look more like Quint in Jaws.
Okay. Gonna need a bigger boat. Now I'm walking back in. They're ordering me. These ladies run my world. They run my life here. So I'm going back in. Hopefully this will hold on. Okay, good. Here we are. Okay, what's up? What's going on, ladies and gentlemen?
Thanks for coming, man.
Sure,
Good
absolutely.
to see
Anything.
And now he's gone. Where did he go? Oh, he's back.
He's back. All right, good.
Yes,
We already covered masturbation, so.
oh wow, this is Krista. I didn't realize how your show the path has taken since I was on there.
Well,
It's devolved a lot, Kevin.
it's not really the show. It's Ralph Scott.
It's Ralph Scott.
Yeah.
That's where it happens. So
Well, everybody needs a Ralph Scott in their life. It brings
God,
balance.
yes.
It brings perspective. It shows you what you don't want to do or be.
That seems about right.
yeah.
Sorry.
Yes.
Ralph, what are you up to these days? Let me go ahead and take over the interview here. You take a load off.
A whole lot of nada, as I told her before. It's been a lot of music, the Messiah, meditation, and masturbating.
Have you been watching The Messiah, the show?
No.
There is a Netflix series called Messiah out there.
Oh, no, I can't binge watch another show. I've done so many, I just can't do it anymore. I just can't.
I know. It's tough. We have no sports to watch. This is really getting hard, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, I try to watch classic games from whatever back, and I already know how they end.
Yeah. Yeah, it's insane.
I think he froze on us.
He's frozen.
Frozen. Should we all put our best Frozen face on?
Yeah.
We're only seeing Ralph's though.
Cab, we lost
Awesome.
one. I'll keep talking.
Cabot.
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 Oh, Cabot.
Cabot. Forgive
I
me.
can see from that
Oh,
picture.
Cabot Ray. The pipes are calling.
Oh, there, Cabot.
I can't hear that song anymore without hearing the Muppets do it.
Oh man,
With
they instantly improved. The Muppets YouTube channel posted just a video of Kermit the Frog as though he were in quarantine, going out in the woods and singing Rainbow Connection on ukulele. It is
I saw that.
spectacular.
Yeah.
Oh man, so
yeah, I need to.
Google Garrett Morris singing Danny Boy on Saturday Night Live.
Garrett.
Remember
okay.
Garrett Morris singing Danny Boy on Saturday Night Live? They would do that, which I think would work great now during the quarantine, but I have no technical expertise or anything. He would sing and be so honest, but they would scroll on the screen this whole monologue of Garrett talking, or them talking about him and just ripping him apart. It's brilliant. Brilliant.
Find that and send that to me if you think about it.
I will.
Yeah.
I will. Did we lose Cabot for real?
I think we did.
I'm gonna.
I mean, he said he was sick, and he definitely looked like he's seen better days. Poor little lad.
Sorry, this is good radio of me texting right now.
Oh, beautiful.
Let's see if we can get it back on. Now, what year did you graduate Otterbein? Because I know he's a little bit older than you, but
83. 88, 89.
Okay.
Like midway through 88, because I came in as a transfer student.
Oh, that's right.
So I didn't get to go through graduation or anything like that.
Okay.
So to all of those people out there who do not go through graduation, it doesn't matter. What matters is what you do after graduation. That's what it is. But the graduation ceremony, you're not missing anything.
I do feel bad though for the high school graduates. Like
high schoolers, yes,
yeah,
definitely.
Because that's a marking of something. College, like
oh God, yeah.
Whatever.
College, it's like no, you're an adult. Come on, get your ass out there.
How soon can we
make
get
a difference?
So we can drink.
I
had already when we had our walk for graduation, I was already done. I lived in Kentucky, so I came back for the ceremony, but I was already working because I graduated a quarter early. So it was just kind of weird to come back and I'd already been done. Like, didn't really matter.
I think I was working because I was very fortunate to get a job right after I worked for a year and a half straight, or a little longer than that, when I got out of college.
Yeah.
Did Tecumseh, then Art Restoring Theater, and then Tecumseh again, and then moved to Chicago.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was delightful. Just a delight.
It was delightful.
It was delightful. Really delightful.
Hey, this is a weird question. Are people doing auditions and, is Cam getting business now? Are people still casting?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I'll get some cast. I got one the other day, a casting notice, but it was something that was like for 20 years younger than me. I'm like, why am I getting this? But it wasn't from Cam. It was from like casting networks or something like that. But it was for something that wasn't shoot until June. So that's the first thing that I've seen. But no, I don't think anybody is, because you can't. I mean, look at the commercials that are on now. It's all revamped stuff. If they did shoot something now, you've got a skeleton crew of probably what, shooting an indie film, but even smaller than that. You probably just have a cameraman, the director, and a sound person, and that's it. But you see those commercials, and it's usually just one person talking, or they're just grabbing stock footage and someone's doing a voiceover over it. So no, nothing is being, but fuck, if I hear, we're all in this together, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, we're going to do that, I'm watching TV to try to forget about what's going on. And every other commercial is, hey, you're feeling like crap, aren't you? Yeah, we get you. You want to buy a car? We're not going to charge any interest, but we're going to give you a car.
How are they, Ben, you can answer this. How are they doing like test drives? Can they still do that, or?
That's okay. The commercial I shot literally this morning is about how they're not doing test drives traditionally anymore. And the joke was the guy was running beside the car. Spoiler alert for the commercial I'm about to put out. But but I mean, they're really not. They're basically coming in. They take the car in a test drive. They come back and everybody's got masks on. And
so you shot something today?
Yeah. Ben? Yeah.
What? So yeah, how big was your crew?
It was me.
There you go. Yeah.
literally.
But
that's kind of how I run most of the time anyways. Like I'm basically have the audio and, it's how it all goes. But, and it's, for us, it was just, we had George Kaufman, the VP of the company, direct to camera for, 30 seconds and then cut to an away shot. And that was basically the extent of it. So yeah, it's low tech. That's for sure. So that's everything now. It's all low.
Yep. Let's hope they bring back some old ones. Old commercials, so I get paid again.
The old commercials are the best commercials. Anything from the 80s. I love those. So
that's a little before me.
What's the most random commercial that you've ever done? Or the weirdest commercial you've ever done?
That was when I did one for the Ohio Lottery. And it was filming in, it was the Hoosier Lottery. And it was filming in Indiana, and we had to drive there. And it took place in a convenience store, and I was a stand-up comic. And they show the comic doing his routine, and they pull back, and I've literally had this curtain strapped to my back, and he's walking around. He literally has a whole stage with him. And I'm doing, it's a 3.5 hour drive to get there. And I get there and I've got my script, and I had recorded my script on a tape player and listened to it all the way out, all the way out, all the way out, and got there. And usually this isn't how it is, but usually there's only like one lottery person there. But this time there were like 4 lottery people there. And I was like, oh my God, what is this? Why are there four major people from the client here? And they're like, hey, Ralph, how you doing? Great. We loved your audition, blah, blah, blah. We loved your improv. And I started, I get this stupid curtain on, which must have weighed like almost 200 pounds. I've had back problems ever since. It was horrible. But I started speaking, and the director's like, cut. What are you doing? And I'm like, I'm doing my character, my script. I'm sorry. What do you need? What's wrong? He's like, those aren't the words. Did you not get the new script? I'm like, no. No, I didn't.
Oh, God.
Oh, well, here's the script. And I was like, it was completely different. So I had to learn on the fly.
Here's the new, here's the new script. Learn it now. Yes.
Yeah. And I never saw it. Never. And at first, since it was non-union, they weren't going to put us up in a hotel. It's like, so we're going to get here at midnight, work for 8 hours, and then you're not going to put us up in a hotel. It's like, that doesn't make any sense. I was like, so when I wreck on the way home from falling asleep, you're going to tell my wife you wouldn't put me up in a hotel. And about 20 minutes after that, the Hoosier Lottery people came. I was like, hey, we're going to put you guys all up in a hotel tonight if you like. I was like, oh, good. Yeah, that's smart. Thank you. But that was definitely the weirdest. The audition that I auditioned with, I just improvised a bunch, and then getting out there, everything had changed, and then wearing that curtain on my back that you could only have on for 10 minutes at the most, and still it started turning into a gimp. But yeah, that was the weirdest one.
Wow. Huh. I mean, I told you about the puppies one.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And who cares if you're allergic?
Can you hold one of them? No, I can't, actually.
No, I can't.
I will explode, but yes, I could.
Do you want my face all red or just partially?
Partial, please.
Do you want me to stop?
Actually, that would be an amazing commercial if just like throughout the entire thing, you're just getting more and more puffed up, and yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
There is some movie or something that's, and I can't think of it offhand, of where that allergic reaction just starts getting worse and worse and worse.
I think
you're like, oh my
Hitch.
God.
Was it Hitch?
Maybe.
Where Will Smith gets he eats something he's allergic to, and he starts swelling up. That's the one I remember.
Oh God.
I don't know. But yeah, just jarred my memory of, oh yeah, that's funny shit. That's good stuff.
Not for the person who's not breathing and beat red.
No.
That.
Yeah. Hit me with a tomato and see what happens.
Oh yeah. Tomato allergy.
Yes.
Is that?
Yes.
Now I can't think of the word. Does it cause you to stop breathing or swell up?
Throat will swell up if I took a bite of one.
Wow.
But I'd have to eat it.
Do you
if
have
I get it on my hand or my face or something?
It doesn't bother
you.
Mm-mm. Do you have
to ingest it? No, I do not have an EpiPen.
So what would you do then?
Well, I just don't eat tomato. If I get like a little bit, it'll make me vomit and, well, I've already talked about masturbation. Severe diarrhea. So that can be, if I get like a seed, if I eat a seed or I eat some of the juice, then it can knock me out for a couple hours or so. But it just feels like you've been poisoned.
Fun.
Are you texting? Yeah, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm trying to get.
Speaking of shitting ourselves, is Cabot? in the litter box or something. Little kitten in the litter box.
He's not able to reconnect, so yeah. They're down in Hocking Hills. They live.
Oh.
Oh, really? Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Connections down there is bad. So.
Oh yeah.
We'll do another one of these anyway. I think it'd be fun to
Have him drive into town or something. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. And have Ralph call in for that to her.
I will.
I like that idea.
Well, sure.
Yeah.
I think we
all
need
for
to
it.
Ralph off.
Probably a good idea.
But we are probably at the end of our time anyway too. But
Cool.
you can sign off with us if you want to. But this was awesome. We need to do this again.
Yes,
Sure.
I agree.
Anytime.
It's nice to literally just see everybody just briefly and
I know. And Krista, I enjoyed that the play reading rehearsal that we did for The Price of Power.
Yeah.
Much more than what I thought I would.
Yeah.
It only took about a minute and a half till it was like, oh, thank God, I'm talking and reacting. The hardest thing is that pause in between.
Yeah.
Having to pause.
Yeah, it's a whole new learning curve of having to wait.
Yeah.
And listen and interact when you're trying to read something here but act up here, and but it's something that that's one of the new skills. I think that's going to be something for actors to learn, is how now to act together on a computer screen. I mean, similar to film acting, but you're getting the other actor right there.
Yeah, at least for a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. For now, that's kind of what we're looking to with our students. So
yeah,
we'll see.
Oof.
But we will. Thank you for coming on and
you bet. Thank you for having me.
hanging out.
Good to see you, kids.
Good to
Hanging
see
out.
Lovely seeing you,
amazing.
sir.
Lovely seeing you, Big Ben, baby.
Yes.
Big kisses to you, baby.
Thank you, and to you. Stay healthy. Stay safe.
You too, baby.
Yeah.
My love to you guys, for you and your families.
We'll talk to you
Krista,
soon.
baby. Hey, Krista.
Hey, what?
Before I go, Todd told me to tell you how much he adored the flowers. He took the wrong picture the first time he sent.
Send it to me.
Oh, cool. But he said, when you talk to her tonight, please tell her how much we adored it and loved it. And I forgot that his cats eat the flowers, but he took it right to his mom's. So it was perfect. When you said, what'd you do? A card, a gift card? I was like, a gift card? That's not appropriate. And a card, it's like, well, and I was like, a condolence card, I think. And I totally brain farted on, I knew there was a reason you shouldn't give them flowers. And it's because their cat just destroys it and eats it.
Yeah. Ben,
classic, but he loved it.
If you don't know, Ben, Todd's dad passed away.
Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that.
Thursday?
Honey, you could put a gun to my head. I couldn't tell you dates or times or even what the fuck is today?
Tuesday.
Wednesday? Tuesday?
Tuesday.
Yeah.
The only
It's
reason
Tuesday.
that I know this is I have a friend that posts a picture of his whiteboard every single day that says, today is Tuesday, May
That's smart.
2020. Been inside so many days. So I know every day I go and I check Clint's page, like, okay, what day? Okay, good. Now I know.
Good call.
I know.
I need a system like that.
I'll send you pictures of his posting. How's that sound?
Oh, cool. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yes. We'll take
All
that.
right, guys.
All right. See you, Ralphie.
Be good. I'll sign
Bye-bye.
off here. Bye, babes.
My dog is knocking wires down. Oh, this was fun.
That was a lot of fun. That was awesome.
And I think we'll definitely need to do it again, to see how this goes. Maybe in a few weeks we'll call up 5 or 6 more people and just have them do the same thing pop on.
Absolutely.
We've got some fun guests lined up that are coming on. And again, cool, just because we're getting the chance to talk to people that we otherwise wouldn't be able to. So we've got a friend of mine from college coming on next week I'm really excited to catch up with her. So
somebody from Otterbein? That's new. That's
shut up. I don't hate your face. You're the best.
I know.
But,
But I'm a shit. So, I know that. So
if anybody's been listening for any period of time, they know that by now, right?
Yeah, I don't make much of a secret out of it. So
I do have to say on the topic of podcasts, I actually have been listening to more lately because now that we have the puppy, I'm trying to make sure that our other dog gets enough time away from her. So we'll just go on walks together, minimum 45 minutes, which is a podcast episode. Yesterday, I went 7.5 miles with her.
oh wow.
Yeah, because I got a little bit into the podcast. The trouble is they're murder podcasts, and like
yeah,
it's talking about the bodies being buried in the woods, and I'm walking in the woods.
Yeah. Yeah. I had somebody last year ask me if I wanted to do a murder podcast. I was like, I'm not doing the research on it, but I mean, if you want to do it, I'll,
Yeah. It's one of those things like, it's like watching Unsolved Mysteries as a kid.
Yeah.
You're always by yourself, stupidly.
Yeah. And
you did it anyway. And you're like, I'm not going to sleep for a week, but let me turn up the volume so I get the full story. I still remember
and turn out the lights. Yeah.
Or there's
which one?
Or something. It was, I don't remember the full of it, but something about an all boys school that was essentially synagogue. So I think that they were studying to be rabbis.
Okay.
But it was a live-in school, and one of the boys disappeared, but then all this weird stuff kept happening, like a candle would appear in the window. It's not I still remember it.
That show was great. I think they're bringing that one back. Somewhere I heard that was in the works. Yeah. I don't know. They probably have somebody terrible as the.
Is it Robert Stack? Is that?
Okay. Yeah. Well, he was the original host. Yeah. Yeah.
Is he still alive?
No, I don't think so. I think he died.
I mean,
I can Google that, but
anything.
It's right over there. I don't want to do all that work. So,
but
rest in peace, Robert Stack. Hopefully.
Yeah.
He's
no, but I think to me he was like half the creepy of the whole experience.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, his delivery was that hard-nosed approach to how he delivered everything. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
And then to see him in Airplane, it's like I can't not, because I saw Unsolved Mysteries before I watched Airplane.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So that was the wrong direction to go with Robert.
Yeah.
To see him, I'm like, I'm just scared of you. I don't like you. You're scary. Nightmares. So anyway, enough Unsolved Mysteries. Well, thank you guys all for tuning in to this little ditty that we've created, and thank you to our guests tonight. Super, super, super grateful to them for taking a moment just to catch up with us. And like I said, we will definitely be doing it again because this is therapeutic for us as well.
Yeah, totally. I mean, and also, and this is kind of a little more my world, but thank you for putting up with the less than amazing audio and video quality. We're doing what we can with what we got, and it's not perfect, but it's, I think it's kind of nice to see through the window of seeing everybody else's house and seeing what's going on and seeing their pets and that sort of, I dig that. I don't know. There's something slightly more humanizing about it,
We just watched Daniel Radcliffe read the first chapter of Harry Potter, and to listen to it and hear the traffic going by in his window, it just makes the world like this. I mean, it's still Daniel Radcliffe. He's still making so much more money than me.
Sure. But, it's nice to know that they're in the exact same position, and there's people that we follow on YouTube that do, just videos that are, they have fun with it and play around with what they can play around with and follow the rules. And it's awesome.
No, I'm not going to do it. Okay.
Wow. Don't do that. We'll lose, you can't monetize that way.
Well, no. And I also don't want to wake my kids up if they are down, which judging by the elephant stomping, we're not quite down yet.
You're about the 70% down rate. Yeah. With my kid, you can hear him banging around for a while before it gets quiet. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's the excuses of I need another drink of water.
I have to go potty again. Okay. Are you all right? Do you have kidney stones? What's going on with you?
Well, unlike the puppy, who I literally took her out 10 minutes ago, and now she's peeing on the rug. Thanks for that. That's great. Really, really appreciate the love and efficiency we're getting. She's great. She's cute. It helps.
That's how puppies do. That's what they do.
That's how they do it. But anyway, thank you for tuning in to Speak Easily. We will be back with new episodes on video and audio each week.
Yep, our current format, we're doing Fridays, we're doing videos, which is basically what you're seeing here. If this is what you're seeing, if you're not seeing anything and you're just picking us up with your ears, that means it's audio only. That means you probably picked it up on a Tuesday, most likely. I don't know. Or you could just be listening to this in some sort of bubble in the future. Don't know, but you know.
Ooh, this could be like a good time capsule kind of thing.
Yeah. So what was life like during the coronavirus? Well, these people had a podcast going.
I'm sure we're the only ones that do.
Yeah, the only ones. Yeah.
Oh, gracious. But yeah, find us on Facebook. Find us on Instagram. SoundCloud.
Like, subscribe, and share. We love it. And yeah, chat with us and suggest topics if you want to hear back from somebody that we've talked to in the past.
Yeah.
Yeah, hit us up. We'll find them and make them talk to us. We will make them do it.
Yeah, because they were all really hard to convince today. Especially knowing they could,
Okay, please, yes. Anything to break the monotony, please.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Right, thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Boxland Media. Think big.